What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is Christian Hannah Horror here. I'm gonna try a little outdoorsy type video. As you can see, it's dark on the camera. It's a little brighter if you're here. You can actually see everything a little bit better as my leg. We're gonna do Halloween H20 review right here outside in the campfire. Hope you guys don't mind. Had my first week of my new job. Any of y'all wondering, it's going pretty good. I got a good feeling. Y'all just keep me in your thoughts, and I'll keep y'all in mind, and we'll keep rocking it out. Let's talk about H20. This is the first film that I'm gonna have to say I don't think has a fall feel to it, and that's not necessarily a knock, but that's the way I feel. It feels more like a Scream movie for obvious reasons. I think you've got this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the screenwriter who wrote Scream worked on it. It just feels like a Scream movie, but you got to remember too. I think right after Scream came out, a lot of movies tried to copy that smart alecky, hip style of the late '90s. So, but I will say this: it still feels like a Halloween franchise movie, a whole lot. So that's a good thing. So even though I don't think it has a fall Halloween season feel to it, it definitely feels like a Halloween franchise movie, 100%. If that makes sense. You got Jamie Lee returning. Obviously, you're kind of ignoring. The thing about H20 is you could kind of say that it could have followed. I mean, you could put 4 and 5 in there, but then you have to accept the fact that Jamie abandoned her daughter because of Michael, and then had another quote-unquote family, more or less. So, which happens in real life, but for most people, I think they consider the trilogy of 1, 2, and H20. So I don't necessarily enjoy the fact that they ignored those, but I definitely see why you had to reinvent. You gotta remember, by 98, you were I'm sure there were already thoughts of remakes by that point, because that movie was 20 years old. But by 98, you were trying to reinvent the series, trying to make it hip again. So I understand why they did it. I guess my only complaints on Halloween H20 is I think it has a good pace to it. I don't like the mask a whole lot. I will say that I wish they would have kept the Halloween 6 mask, but then again, I don't think it really would have fit the feel of that movie. But nonetheless, I still did like the Halloween 6 mask. I kind of wish they would have kept it. I think it is in the very opening scene, but it's a mess. I think that I could do a whole video on the whole Myers mask deal in Halloween H20. If you guys could tell me more about that. I know there was a CGI scene in one. It was a mess. But the Halloween H20 mask is a little off to me. I don't really like it a whole lot. They should have kept the original mask with the whole series, but you know how that goes. Only complaints about Halloween H20 is nothing, to be honest with you. Even though I say that, it's not my favorite. What I mean by that is, for the type of film it was trying to be, I think it nailed it right on the head, if you guys know what I mean. For the style of film it wanted to be, for the type of film it wanted to be, for that era, I think it did it perfect. It's just not my favorite style of film. If you know what, if you guys get what see what I'm getting at. LL Cool J did a hell of a job. One of the very few instances where you take a hip-hop or any kind of celebrity type, put him in a franchise movie like that, and he actually does a great job. A great job. So, kudos to LL Cool J. Obviously, we'll get to you-know-what next, and we'll talk about you-know-who. But that's really all I got to say about H20. I thought it was great. If it would have ended right there, you would have heard no complaints from me. From this franchise. Maybe it should have, but you know what? The fact of the matter is it wasn't, and there was another movie, Halloween Resurrection. But what do you guys think about Halloween H20? Did you like it? Do you consider it one of the best? Obviously, I thought Jamie did great. The whole cast of that movie did great. Everybody. I didn't think there was a bad actor in the bunch. So, I also know that there was a mess with the score. The guy who originally did the score, pretty much half of it got truncated. Old stuff got put in. I have the original soundtrack to H20 by the guy, I think it's John Ottman or some guys. I think that's kind of his name. But regardless, his score was great. It was kind of modernized, but also orchestrated a little bit more. Not in the sense of Alan Howarth from Halloween 2, but legit orchestrated. So, I don't know. I like H2O. It's not my favorite, but I think it's great for what it tried to be. So, you guys tell me what you think about H2O. I'd love to know what you guys think about The Mask, about the series. Should it have ended there? Next, we'll talk about Halloween Resurrection. So, we'll see you guys next time. Y'all be good.